Let's dance! I'm Maxo Garcia, and today we are doing my first ever mock draft in early April. We are slowly approaching April 23rd, NFL Draft Day. I'm so hyped, especially as a Miami Dolphins fan. It's a huge day for our rebuilding phase. But just like the draft offers hope for all teams, even if you only have like one pick in the first 3 rounds, that one pick is going to matter a lot and you're going to fantasize over it. So let's do a mock draft. I'm doing 2 rounds, and I'll probably do a mock draft like the day before the actual draft. But here we go, we're doing all teams. Let's do the player rankings. I'm using NFL Draft Network for this mock draft. Do 2 rounds, and with the first pick, I think this is the most obvious one. They need a quarterback. Joe Burrow, he is an elite personality, leadership guy. I mean, he works hard in the film room for sure. The improvement from his junior year to his senior year, ridiculous. This kind of worry that is a one-year wonder, but just him smoking a cigar after that championship game answers everything. The Redskins are probably going to select the best prospect available in this draft for sure, and that's Chase Young. Ooh, he's a 10-year SAG guy right out of the gate. Oh, I wish the Dolphins could have him and Tua. Ooh, that's a dream. All right, the Lions, with their trading away of Darius Slay for a third-round pick, they're going to need a cornerback, and Jeffrey Okudah is the best guy for that position. You could go to kind of find your replacement, Matthew Stafford, eventually, but Matthew Stafford is still relatively young. So I think you just go with the best prospect. The Giants, they could select Jedrick Wills, Tristan Wirfs, Mekhi Becton, or Andrew Thomas here, but you got to go with Isaiah Simmons straight up for his athletic versatility. Too good. So then the Dolphins are on the board 5th. They're going to pick Tua Tagovailoa, not Justin Herbert, not Jordan Love. That's all smokescreen. It's time for Tua to come to Miami. Tank for Tua has come to fruition. Then the Chargers are on the clock at 6. Are they going to make Tyrod Taylor their franchise quarterback? I don't think so. So let's go with Justin Herbert. The Panthers are on the clock. They have so many holes now that Luke Kuechly retired. They don't have Cam Newton anymore. You could go quarterback, draft Jordan Love, reach a little bit here. But I think you just got to give Matt Rule a good defensive line prospect in Derek Brown. The Cardinals, they're not going to pick receiver here since they still have Larry Fitzgerald, and they just got DeAndre Hopkins off of that trade that should have never happened for the Texans. Just a second-round pick? How? All right, the Cardinals are going to pick a offensive lineman, sure up Kyler Murray's protection. I'm going to go with Mekhi Becton. He's my favorite prospect, especially to watch. He is a mauler. The Jaguars, they could go a lot of things here. They kind of need a lot of needs. Could go offensive line. Why not? Could go receiver. Pair up CeeDee Lamb with Gardner Minshew. Let's do that. CeeDee Lamb, oh, I love him as a player. Watching him at Oklahoma, he was spectacular. The Browns, they need a tackle. They're going to get a tackle here for sure. They're going to pick one of the top 4 tackles. I'm going to go with, let's put Jedrick Wills at right tackle. The Jets, you could go tackle here, but you kind of need to give Sam Darnold some weapons now that Robbie Anderson is even there, and pairing Jerry Jeudy with him, ooh, I'd love to see that happen, even though Adam Gase will probably not take full advantage of it. The Raiders on the board, they need a receiver after releasing Antonio Brown. Easy choice with Henry Ruggs, the speedster, 4.27 speed. Sheesh, he's really good on those Tua slants. All right, 13th. This is a pick where I know where this is going to go, but this is kind of surprising. I'm going to have Jordan Love going there. Could be a reach on Jordan Love, but I just love his pure raw talent. Just let him sit behind Garoppolo for 2 to 3 years. Let him learn that Shanahan system, and maybe in 2 years, Jordan Love could be an all-pro guy. I don't know. You could go defensive line there, kind of replace DeForest Buckner, but Jordan Love seems like the pick there. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers with TB12 at the helm. You could go DeAndre Swift here or reach on a receiver to give Brady some offensive weapons since everyone was complaining about that in New England. Or you could go what I like to say, those big maulers, the top 4 maulers. You got to go Tristan Wirfs here. And maybe we could mock a running back in the second round. All right, so the Broncos are on the board. All the receivers are gone. You could reach on a receiver. I probably won't do that. Let's go with... You still have Andrew Thomas available. I do like Andrew Thomas. When I was watching his film with DeAndre Swift, he was impressive there. All right, 2 straight tackles off the board. Now we got the Falcons. They need a cornerback. They need some edge. Vic Beasley was a huge disappointment. Let's go Kevlon Chason. I really do like him. Even though he's injured in 2018 with the ACL tear, I liked his production at LSU. He's a really kind of skinny guy. He probably wants to put on some weight, but he's definitely got some speed on the outside. The Cowboys just need some help in the secondary. They lost Byron Jones to Miami. Let's go with the best secondary player, Xavier McKinney. The Dolphins are on the board. You got to go offensive tackle. You got to help Tua with that offensive line. Josh Jones is available. Let's pick him. He's kind of like the consensus 5th best tackle prospect, but there's some variations there for the 5th. You got Lewis Nying, Austin Jackson, Ezra Cleveland. They're all in the mix there. The Raiders are back on the board. I think here's a nice spot to pick a cornerback. You don't have to reach too much. Let's go with Christian Fulton. The Jaguars also need a cornerback after they lost Jalen Ramsey to a trade. I'm gonna stop the Javon Kinlaw fall here. I don't want him to fall any further. You have to go receiver here to help Carson Wentz. Just give him some weapons, please. Look, it's their first need as receiver. Nelson Aguilar. Okay, let's go with Denzel Mims. And the Vikings also need a receiver. Let's go with Justin Jefferson. Overall good production with Joe Burrow. The Patriots. The Patriots. Do you want to pick... I want to say Jalen Hurts, because I believe in Jalen Hurts that much that he could succeed in the NFL, especially if he's just sitting behind an average quarterback like Brandon Stidham for the first few years. But supposedly the Patriots like Jared Stidham, so I don't want to reach there. Who do we have for overall prospects? I'm going to go with Patrick Queen out of LSU. And then the Saints. Let's go with Kenneth Murray. 2 straight linebackers. Kenneth Murray is pretty athletic. And the Vikings are back on the board. They need a cornerback. C.J. Anderson falls to them in their lap. Pretty interesting. The Dolphins, they need some interior O-line help. They could get a safety, because I don't really trust Bobby McCain to run that safety position, or Eric Rowe. So for the Dolphins, this is a tough pick here. I'm going to go with Grant Delpit. Best safety available. Seahawks need some edge help, especially if Jadeveon Clowney's not signing back with them, and Zach Bond will fill that need. Yuta Gross Matos will wait. The Ravens. It's been a little interesting. They need linebacker help and interior O-line. I'm going to go with one of my favorite guys, Cesar Ruiz, to the Ravens. Titans need some edge help. AJ Epinesa just barely goes in the first round. Packers, they need some receivers. Laviska Shenault, T. Higgins, I don't really like that. Who else is on the board? Jeff Gladney? Let's go with Jeff Gladney. The 49ers are back on the clock. They need a cornerback. Now let's just shore up that defensive line. Neville Gallimore out of Oklahoma. Chiefs are on the clock. They're going to give Patrick Mahomes a better running back than Damian Williams. They're going to get DeAndre Swift, a really good pass catcher in space, so I like that move there. Yeturgos Matos will be the first pick of day 2. Colts are on the clock for the first time so far. I think this is where I'm going to mock Jalen Hurts. Phillip Rivers isn't going to be there forever. And I really do like Jalen Hurts. And second round seems about right for him. All right. Lions need to shore up that defensive line. Let's go roast Blocklock. Oh, it's time for the Giants to finally get their offensive lineman. Let's go with Ezra Cleveland. And Chargers also need some offensive line help. So let's mock Austin Jackson. Lewis ain't coming off an injury. Should be good there. Panthers need some cornerback help. Oh, Trevon Diggs is there. Do you want another Diggs? Nah, I don't think so. No one's going there. Ooh, the Dolphins are back on the clock. I think this is where you pick your running back, because the running backs are probably going to start falling off from here. They're going to go with J.K. Dobbins. Ooh, the Texans are on the clock. This is the Cardinals selection, I'm pretty sure, that they got for DeAndre Hopkins. So do you want to replace DeAndre Hopkins? I guess so. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. Get Jalen Reagor. He really needs to finish more plays, though. Then we have the Browns. Antonio Winfield should go here. He's a pretty good player. Jaguars on the clock. Let's have Diggs go here. Oh boy, the Bears. The Bears. Who are they going to go with? Interior offensive line. Lloyd Cruisenberry. Good center. Make him go there. The Colts are on the clock. They need some receiver help. Let's give Phillip Rivers a deep threat, even though you got T.Y. Ooh, the Bucs on the clock. They need a running back. Arguably not a better production running back in this class other than Jonathan Taylor. Ooh, the Broncos are on the clock. Which receiver do you want to pick? Let's go with T. Higgins here. The height. I like him. He kind of fell off in the last few games, but he's pretty good. All right, Falcons on the clock. They need a cornerback. Let's go A.J. Terrell. I don't know why Clyde Edwards-Helaire is 40th best prospect. I don't believe in it. All right, let's see. Let's get Austin Jackson. So we got Josh Jones, Lucas Niang, Ezra Cleveland, Austin Jackson. So there's kind of like two tiers of offensive linemen, 4 in each tier. And now we're getting to the third tier. Let's see who's available for the interior. Jonah Jackson, okay. The Steelers, they need some trench help. Justin Matabuk, go there. The Bears, ooh, Jeremy Chin. I really like Jeremy Chin. Versatile player. Kind of like the poor man's Isaiah Simmons. Then we get the Cowboys. Who do we pick for them in the first one? Xavier McKinney. Could get some edge help with Julian Okorowa. Rams. Oh, this is rough. They need a linebacker, but there's no linebackers here. It's not a draft for edge players for sure. You don't want to reach on Curtis Weaver here. Second round? I like Curtis Weaver. I had really good production at Boise State. All right, Eagles on the clock. Do you want to go another edge? You still got Ashton Davis here. Let's go with Ashton Davis. Bills need a running back. Let's go with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Who's on the board? We got a bunch of receivers. Those are going to start piling up. Let's go. You want to go with the receiver? Help out Lamar Jackson a little bit? All right, let's go with Brandon Ayuk. Ooh, Dolphins are back on the clock. The first pick, we gave him Tua. The second, first pick, we got Josh Jones. We got Grant Delpit. We got a running back. Could get some interior O-line help. Tyler Bidash. Could go here. Yeah, let's just mock Tyler Bidash here. Tyler Bidash out of Wisconsin to pair him up with the other Wisconsin God. Pair him up with Michael Dieter. You got Wisconsin offensive line. All right, Texans back on the clock. Go to edge prospects. Joshua Uche. Nah, I like Terrell Lewis. Kind of underrated, but gotta go with Terrell Lewis there. Then the Vikings are back on the clock. They need some edge prospects. There's not too many in one of those. Joshua Uche out of Michigan. Interior O-line help. The Seahawks. Let's go with Jonah Jackson. Ravens need some linebacker help. I guess you could go with Malik Harrison. Interior D-line, Marlon Davis for the Titans. Packers are back on the clock. We haven't addressed receiver. I think the second round's a good time to address receiver. See what receivers we've got. It's a deep receiver class. Let's go with KJ Hamler. Chiefs need some cornerbacks. And let's go with the best one available according to NFL Draft Network, and that's Damon Arnett. And with the last pick of the second round, the Seattle Seahawks are going to select Prince Tega Wanagohu out of Auburn. So this was our mock draft. Very interesting, I know, going with Jordan Love for the 13th pick. But honestly, I think that's what the 49ers should do. Because you don't want to let Jordan Love fall to the Patriots. No. You don't want that. I like the mock so far. Dolphins got all their needs. Tua, Josh Jones, Grant Delpit, J.K. Dobbins, Tyler Badash. That's how the draft went. I wouldn't be mad at all. I wouldn't be complaining. All right. That's it for me here. Thank you for watching. And that's Mock Draft 1.0 MWG style. All right, make sure you bless some peace.